Comment tutor, you're lucky I'm a great friend, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this obviously shameless plug for you. Because you want to know who would win the fight. Your character, Auren the Absolute from the Absolute series, or SCP-3812 from the SCP-verse. And ignoring the fact that this fight would just be chaos incarnate and destroy any this fight.
Auren the Absolute, or Auren the Act. And yeah, it's spelled like this, by the way. He was made by the creator, the comic tutor on TikTok, who posted his story to a subreddit labeled I Can Tell You What's Killing the Stars. I'll have the entire story linked in the description below if you want to go read it. Because please do, it actually is a pretty good story when the author doesn't, focus on making Auren the strongest character in fiction. But speaking of that, is Auren actually one of the strongest characters in fiction? And can he actually know Diffie one above all, like his author glazes him to do so? Well, before we get into that topic, make sure to like, subscribe and share this video, because it really would help me out a lot. You guys know from experience that we have a lot of variety on this channel, from Star Wars to My Little Pony. This is the channel you want to be at. So without further ado, let's get right into the video with Auren's. One thing that I would like to get out of the way about Auren's cosmology first is that it is heavily contradicted by literally every chapter that comes after it. Hell, even the next sentence would contradict the cosmology and what the author is trying to convey. And you'll see this because the cosmology only gets good around chapter 3 of the novel. Okay, you know what? Let me just show you what I mean. For instance, Auren says that he has found within his own studies that the universe is made up of an infinite set of infinite realities that is all contained within a singular dimensional plane. He then goes on to say that there are a transfinite amount of universes within a singular multiverse, which is literally just a multiverse. From my interpretation, this would mean that there are an infinite number of universes within a singular dimension. I'd say already that the I Can Tell You What's Killing These Stars verse would be like hyperversal, but unfortunately Auren uses the term dimension and universe interchangeably. This is stated throughout literally every single chapter of the novel. Auren always states that universes are either dimensions, or dimensions are either universes, and there is not an inherent separation between the two within his own verse. For all we know, Auren's universe is just a 4-dimensional macrocosm with infinite universes within it. Auren then goes on to say that his universe would have some kind of transcendence, as he describes it as, and I quote, another transfinite recursion of universes, ever expanding, going up and down in a stack. Each universe sees the one below as words on a page. That would be at least an outerversal transcendence, or at least high hyperversal levels of attack potency. However, Auren states that there are no universes left below him after the Void, the big bad of the story by the way, eats or destroys them. And I quote, he describes them as being empty, endless voids. Which means not only does the verse not have infinite dimensions, a literal need for a hyperversal level of attack potency, there isn't even a transcendence between them, because there's nothing below the ladder. And I gotta spoil this, but Auren is the god of the verse. So putting his knowledge into question isn't even applicable because he created everything. So the only thing I could reasonably grant for Auren is maybe 5 to 6D. Anywhere from complex multiversal to maybe high complex multiversal. Also, within I Can Tell You What's Killing the Stars, Auren and a lot of the other characters like to pretend that they know of our existence, or they are trying to interact with us, but they're obviously just either interacting with a fictionalized version of us, which could maybe get him to high complex multiversal since he is above everything in the verse. But whenever you hear the word story or narrative within I Can Tell You What's Killing the Stars, they are literally just referring to a universe. So Auren scaling above... This is is the guy that people say is solo fiction, by the way. This is the guy who says this fight with me.
Be chaos incarnate to destroy any universe that it takes place in. The winner to this fight
This, at best, high complex multiversal character is the one that can still love Marvel, DC, and SCP combined. Oh my god. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Did you guys know that the only reason Auren is able to do any of this in his lower form, by the way, and this is verbatim, the only reason he's alive is that his suit, which runs on fuel, is the thing that does most of the feats. And this is consistently stated throughout the story. This dude even states that he would be a normal human without the suit. And this all-powerful suit that makes Auren the strongest character in fiction can be bypassed by spores! By the way, the character doing this can warp space and time, which is consistent because Auren is bounded by space and time. And when I mean this is consistent, I mean it is really consistent. Oh my god, the world-cutting slash could bypass Auren's suit and kill him! So then it's revealed that after the Void destroys the suit, and by the way, the Void is a character that not even the suit scales to, so he would be above either that mid to high complex multiversal range, maybe he's hyperversal, but the cosmology just doesn't support that, so I'm gonna say he's like vastly stronger than Auren, who is like high complex multiversal, meaning that if you are just as strong or stronger than Auren, you can one-shot his suit and kill him. Okay, I'll give him credit that it is stated that he transcends everything before, but even then, he is still bound by his suit! So his newfound omnipotent state is still not only bound by space and time, but the narrative, aka existing in the universe. Okay, so one thing I do want to get out of the way is that the Void is stated to be a Platonic concept along with the Headless King. We can also infer that Auren as the creator would be above these Platonic concepts. However, all of these statements are made by Suit, something Auren made. Unless Suit is also omniscient like he is, or omnipotent like he is, that would be a direct contradiction to Auren's absolute power, which is actually verbatim confirmed when the Absolute is stated to be like an absolute infinity. And I'm not saying that Auren, just because of this, scales high, no. It's actually extremely vague and is never expanded on within the story itself, which is a great detriment to it, because without any kind of explanation, this doesn't scale him anywhere, especially not the Platonic concept stuff. Hell, just how the story is written, it would be more consistent for Platonic concept to mean higher dimensional than anything outerversal with Auren. Think about it, if Auren is beyond everything, and then the two concepts are beyond the universes, or at least the Void is beyond the universes, which again are literally just normal 4-dimensional spacetimes with macrocosmic aspects, which the physical world is just a shadow of a higher unseen reality. Even within Plato's theory, death and decay are of physical material, or temporal flux, which would mean that death and decay are not Platonic concepts. Oh yeah, by the way, apparently Auren seeing other worlds as fictional would mean he has some kind of reality over fictional transcendence or some modal realism. However, impossible things can't happen within modal realism. Impossible things exist in the verse of I Can Tell You What's Killing the Stars, meaning modal realism doesn't exist within the verse. So not only does Auren, his body, not scale to the verse, as even within his higher transcendent state, he still exists within Suit and needs Suit to do this. And his suit is easily bypassable as he is not only bound by space and time, but also is specifically shown to have a weakness for people who can manipulate space or time. Or hell, if you have the fucking fear toxin from DC, you can bypass his suit. But moving on to speed, suit does warn Auren of things beforehand, and mainly it is suit that is reacting to things and actually harming things. So in order to get to Auren, you would need to blitz suit first. This is basically like a more stronger version of Infinity that Gojo has. However, Suit is able to defeat and react to someone who has existed before time, which is basically just immeasurable to inaccessible speed. Oh, this isn't travel speed, by the way, this is just like combat and reaction speed, because, you know, he's physically bounded by the concepts of space and time, so obviously he's not. Now that we've gone over Auren, let's get to... So for Auren's AP, without his suit, he would literally be human level and would lose to Dexter Morgan, even in his transcendent state, because suit is the only reason he is this strong. And with his suit, he should be baseline hyperversal, or just high complex multiversal, with infinite to immeasurable to inaccessible reaction and combat speeds. So yes, Auren does beat most versions of Goku, so hey, he beats Goku. He can't join your league yet. Yeah, go away. But he would not beat any high tier within SCP, DC, Marvel, or hell, even fucking Fortnite. I do hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Chilly, I got silly, and I'll see ya in the next one.